Hi guys, this is Andrew with rockclass101.com. Today we're going to learn the classic children's song, You Are My Sunshine. And this arrangement is written in 3 different variations. So we have the A melody, the B melody, and the C melody. You can think of it as beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So I wanted to come up with an arrangement for this classic tune that everybody, regardless of where you're at in your playing ability, could do. So the A melody is perfect, like I said, for the beginner, or it's great for somebody that's been playing for a while and you don't really want to spend a lot of time on this song. You just want to learn it and just have fun with it. But the B melody really picks up the pace a lot. It adds some really cool rhythm that we'll be talking about in part 2 of this lesson video, which is available at rockclass101.com. And then the C melody is for the advanced player. It's got a lot of fingerstyle technique as well as hammer-ons and pull-offs. And that lesson will also be at rockclass101.com in part 2 of the video lesson. So this YouTube video, what we're going to do is the complete A melody. So we're going to learn everything in the A melody, and if you guys want to get the tabs to follow along with, as well as access to the on-screen tab viewer, it basically lets you hit play on this video and watch the tab scroll across in real time. You can highlight bars, you can slow it down to whatever speed you want. It's a great asset in learning how to play this song. So all of that is available at rockclass101.com. So let's go ahead and get started with the A melody. Okay, so that's what the first half of it basically sounds like. And what we're doing with this song is that each melody is 8 bars in length. So the A and the B melody are 8 bars. The C melody is actually 4, but we'll talk about that in part 2 of the lesson. So basically, we start with a pickup measure. We're in the key of F, so we're going to be kicking into the F, but our pickup measure is going to be open 3rd, 1st fret of string 2, and then the 3rd fret of string 2. So we just have 3 notes. So if we're counting, we could count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and F. Okay, so that's just our pickup measure. So we're kicking off on this F chord, and the rhythm's pretty simple. It's going to be quarter and then a dotted quarter. So we have 1, 2, 3, and. So on the end of 3, you have the 3rd strum. So think of it as either in that rhythm, 1, 2, 3, and, or you can think of it just as 3 strums and get that rhythm in your head. Strum, strum, strum. Okay? The next note is going to be your pinky on the 4th fret of string 2, and then the open 1st string. So if I put that bar together, I have. Okay? So from the pickup measure, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and, right? And if I don't count, okay? Next, we're going to an F7, so that's a dominant chord. Keep your fingers on this F chord, take your ring finger, put it on the 3rd fret of string 3, and you're going to strum 4 to 2, and then you're going to strum all 4 right after that. So it's 2 strums in a row. And again with that same rhythm, the first one's a quarter, the second one's a quarter plus an eighth. After that, I'm picking string 2, string 4 open, and string 1 open, right? So when I pick string 4 open, you can see that that middle finger lifts up. Right? But the other 2 fingers will stay on their frets. Right? So if I count it, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. And if I don't count. So now if we put the first couple bars plus the pickup together, we have. now comes probably our hardest chord. It's going to be a B flat. We're going to lay our index finger flat on the first fret, and that's on strings 1 and 2. Then take your middle finger, put it on the second fret of string 3, and the fourth string will be open. So we're going to strum all 4. Okay, one more time. And then we're going to make a G chord, but take this G chord and move it up to the 5th, 6th, and 5th fret, right? 5, 6, 5. So it's the same shape. I just move it up a whole step and then another half step. And again, I'm going to strum all 4, so the 4th string will be open. So it's just a higher voicing of that B flat. So for this bar, we're going this basic B flat to the higher voicing, right? So you can practice that change to get that muscle memory down. Right, and when you're practicing, you can put it to like a rhythm, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then as you get comfortable with that and it sounds clear, you can start to speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a good way just to get the muscle memory down for those two shapes. So again, this bar will have the same rhythm we've seen throughout, where it's a quarter note plus the second one is a quarter plus an eighth. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and for the last part, we're walking down in intervals. So what I'm doing from this higher voicing of the B flat, I'm going to just go ahead and pluck the bottom 2 strings, and then I'm going to move down my ring finger a half step to fret 5 and put my index finger on the first string, fret 3. And I'm going to pluck those 2 strings, strings 1 and 2, and then move that shape down a whole step, and again pluck it. So we have, okay? So that bar together we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and if I don't count. Okay? So from the top, now we have bars 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Now we're in bar 4, takes us back to the F chord. So you can see this is almost identical to what we played for bar 2. The only difference I'm doing here is I'm strumming F, and then I'm plucking strings 3 and 2 instead of strumming the entire chord again. Okay? And then after that, the only other variation I have is instead of going single note picking of string 2, 4, and 1, I'm going to strum 4 to 2. So check it out. I have strum, pluck 3 and 2, strum 4 to 2, and then open 4, open 1. So it's like a little variation on bar 2. So again, I have strum, pluck, strum, oh, right? And all that rhythm's identical again, guys. So now we're halfway through. So that sounds like this. Okay? Next, we go right back into that same B flat, or the basic one to the higher one, with the same walk down, and back into F, and plucking strings 3 and 2. So what you can see is that it's the same next bar plus the same first half of bar 6. So bar 5 is the same as bar 3, and then the first half of bar 6 is the same as the first half of bar 4. So a lot of repetition, and that's kind of is the reason why this song is so catchy. You know, it's very simple. When you write something simple with a great melody, what is it? And it repeats, it becomes catchy, right? So again, we have, right, all that's the same. The next part will be strumming 4 to 2 on that F, and then adding your ring finger to the 3rd fret of string 2 and playing that as a single note. Okay? So if I put that bar together, I have for bar 6. Okay, and the rhythm for this one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So you can see that that plucking strings 3 and 2 is actually going to last for a half note. So it's a tiny bit longer than what we've done before. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay? So now let's go ahead and recap. We'll play the pickup all the way through bar 6. Okay, so the next bar 7, we'll be adding a C7 chord. First, we're going to hit the F one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Right, so we're going to a C7 to a C5. So the first hit is a beat and a half. We have F, 1 and 2 to C7 and 3, and then on beat 3 is a C5. So our C7s are basic C7, and our C5, think of it as a C chord. The only difference is that you move your ring finger up to the 3rd fret of string 2. So we're strummed 4 to 2. Okay, so I have F, C7 to C5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on 4 and, I'm going to hit the C5 one more time, and then the open first string. So together, guys, I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if I don't count, that's what we end up with. And the next bar, we're just simply going to hit an F, right? And that'll end this first A melody for us. So everything played from the pickup measure through the 8 bars will sound like this. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This is again just the A melody, so it's the beginner version for this arrangement. If you'd like to learn the full arrangement, the B melody and the C melody, you can get that part 2 of the lesson at rockclass101.com, as well as the complete tabs for A, B, and C, and access to that interactive tab player, which lets you hit play with this YouTube video, slow it down to whatever speed you want, highlight bars, loop it. It's a really, really great asset for learning how to play this song. So all of that's at rockclass101.com. Thanks, and I hope to see you guys in the next lesson.